And of course, we gotta give it the TekShinji flip. Yeah, just like that. Just hit them. Hey guys, what is up? TekShinji Mining here. Hope everyone's doing really well and having a really great day. In this video, we're gonna build this 8-bay miner case, and this is gonna be part of our 1 rig, 1 gigahash. And you can see the case right there. That's the box for it. These are the cards, 8 EVGA for the Win 3 3090s. So I'm pretty excited about this. This is gonna be amazing. So yeah, let's get this started. So I actually got this case from Amazon directly, but it was Amazon warehouse deal, as you can see. So we're gonna find out in this video if this case is any good when you buy it secondhand. Right now they're like $120 or something, and it seems like a really good deal. It's a lot like the Veta mining frame cases. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start opening this up here. Let's see here. I'm gonna have to get like a knife or something. Okay, so I got myself a knife. And we're gonna just start opening this up. Okay, let's look inside. I mean, everything's still packaged and stuff, so I'm gonna put the camera down and then we're gonna go ahead and just open this box up. That's a really long box, super long box. We got our aluminum. Alright, so it looks like we got our long pieces of aluminum right here. And we got our parts for the actual frame. We got everything out of the box and we opened the box within the box, and it appears that like here's everything here. I like how everything is actually labeled, unlike the Veta frame one. Everything here is actually labeled and actually really easy to understand what is for what. So that's pretty cool. We're gonna go ahead and start getting this built in 3, 2, 1. Okay, psych. So we're actually not gonna build this just yet. I just want to go over how all the parts are organized. It's pretty cool. They're all labeled and they're all individually packaged like that. I'm really not a big fan of one-time use plastic, but this does make it a lot easier to figure out what goes where. You can also see the instructions. I'm thinking that Veta frame and this miner case company are the same because everything looks like basically the same. It doesn't look any different. It all appears to be the same thing. So now we're gonna go ahead and get this built. Alright guys, so just a pro tip here. Whenever you're building these type of aluminum extrusion frames, you want to have a nice flat table or something. That way when you're putting these things together, they don't get crooked like that, okay? You want them to be nice and straight. So what you're going to do, put them flat like that, and then you're going to just put pressure down between these two as you tighten this up. You can't really do this since I'm holding the camera, but then you just kind of see how it kind of fell there, and you push down on these two pieces against something flat as you turn the wrench. That way you know everything is square. I have it built. These corner things, they are the hardest thing to do in the world. That is what takes like 80% of the time to build this thing. So I got everything done. I got this big bar in the middle that's helping it stay a little bit more stable. So I got that in. That's what the GPU is going to rest on. I just got to put these black fan holders in. But as you can see over here, I'm actually going to be using 140mm Noctua fans. So I'm going to use those. I'm going to go ahead and install the bracket over here. It's going to go right here. That's going to hold the bracket of the PCIe. And we'll see you guys when all that's done. I'm adding the bracket for the PCIe on the cards. Some of you might be wondering, how do I know how high to make it? Because there's no like guide on where exactly to screw this down. It just slides. So what I do is I take my really nice GPU right here. It's in good shape. Like it's got nothing wrong with it exactly, but I just take it here and just throw it on the rig just like that, and put it right there, right on the rig, just like that. And then I just go over to the side right here, and I just kind of eyeball it and make sure that gap right there stays the same as I'm going down. And I do that on both sides, and I actually measure the distance right here from the top to the top of this, and that's how I know if I am right on or not. This calls for 120 millimeter fans, but I want to use 140 millimeter Noctua PPC fans. These are the industrial kind. They're pretty nice. As you can see, 6 of them fit exactly where they're supposed to be 7. So 6 140 millimeter fans fit exactly into this 8 GPU like Veta copycat frame. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this frame for the fans mounted and just try to squeeze it in there, because the holes actually don't line up. Only 2 of the holes, the ones on the end, actually line up with the appropriate holes. So let's see how that works. I have installed one of the fans, and as you can see, the holes don't exactly line up. But that's fine, because they're going to be held in place by these 2 fan mounts, just like that, and they're not going to go anywhere. At least enough to where it would not matter. I'm going to route the cables through the top just like that on all of them. So I'm going to get some extensions. I already have this extension right here. It's a Noctua fan extension. That's what I'm going to be using. I got all the fans installed, and because of the spacing and whatnot, it was a little bit tight, but I was able to get everything together with zip ties. And in the middle, I had to zip tie it to the actual frame so it doesn't bow out or move. But they are stitched together with zip ties, as you can see. And then all the cables on the top here, I'm just running right across the rig just like that. So they're going all the way to this end. And these little connectors you see, you're wondering what those are extensions, and what they allow me to do is to extend the cables out to where I need them to be. We got all 6 of the fans installed, and we got the top cover on. We got the wires all managed on the side right here. Kind of see how they come out right there. I put the cap on so it's no sharp edges on the wires. The only thing I will say, when you're putting this cap on the edge right here, there's not much space, so just be careful on fulfillment of your wires. Also, you can only put these 2 screws in, because the rest of them, like in the middle, it's actually going to block the airflow just slightly because it's in the way like that. Again, these are 140 millimeter fans, so they give you way more airflow. And of course, I'm going to do the TekShinji flip. Okay, come on, let's try that again. Yeah, I did get everything installed, and I'm going to be using these brackets in a moment to mount some really nice power supplies. In fact, the power supply I'm going to be using is this EVGA one right here. This is the 1600 watt, and it is pretty awesome. I'm going to get a couple of these on here, 3 in fact. We're going to get 3 of these power supplies mounted to the bottom, and instead of using a regular motherboard, we're going to use this wonderful RevTech motherboard right here. If you notice, I upgraded a little bit, put a nice fan on it or whatever. The other one was just too loud, I didn't like it. Anyways, this is going to be used on here, so we're going to have a whole bunch of space on the bottom here to build out the frame. So make sure you get subscribed and leave a comment down below if you have any questions about this, because this is going to be the air-cooled 1 rig 1 giga hash. So we'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care, everyone. Oh, you're still here. Since you're still here, some behind the scenes to RPM style filming. As you can see, we were using a deity shotgun microphone pointed right at me, using some monitor headphones to make sure the audio was coming in clear. We got a Ninja V mounted up on the camera with a Sony a7 S3 and a Sony G Master 24-70 lens. And that's it, folks.